Hey everybody, welcome back to Mentor Me Monday. I'm your host Paul Turner, and today I want to talk about healthy habits. Now, it's right around the time for school to begin, and of course we encourage not only our students that are in our youth ministry, but parents are encouraging students to have healthy habits, healthy study habits, right? Healthy going to bed habits, healthy eating habits, right? All these things are habits, and lately for me, I have been developing my own habits. A couple that I've been developing lately. One is I'm involved in something called the Triple S Veda Challenge, and what that is a challenge put on by Amy Schmittauer, and that is where I vlog every day in August, and that's the Veda part. And so what I've been doing is every day getting on Periscope, and if you've seen some of my videos, you know that I do love the Periscope. I hope that you will choose to follow me there, and you'll be able to get live streaming when I get on there and be able to just converse and hang out for a little while. And you can just check it out right here. That's my Twitter handle right there. You can check that out and follow me on Twitter. Also, that's a habit I've been doing every day where I just talk about a particular subject. Also, I have been getting on my Facebook, and I have been writing a little devotional every day, working my way verse by verse, well, almost verse by verse, maybe a verse or two to kind of keep it in context, but pretty much verse by verse through Philippians. And that's just a morning ritual that I've gotten into, which is helping me develop just to be able to read, but also to meditate upon the scriptures and meditate upon those things, and to kind of share my thoughts, rather than put it in a journal where it's not going to have any value anywhere, maybe for me 20 years from now, something like that, maybe. But I find that if I post it there and I put it out there and put my thoughts out there about having that devotional time, other people can benefit from as well. So, that's kind of my habit there, where I can take my thoughts and my meditations on the Word and bring it out, and hopefully it benefits some students as well as maybe some people in the church and stuff like that. So in developing habits, I wanted to give you a couple of quotes here. Hopefully that this school year, maybe you don't have to wait for, by the way, let me encourage you, don't wait for January to start a new habit. Every day, used to be a song by Carolyn Aarons, I think it was, called Every Day is New Year's Day. Or the name of the song was called New Year's Day. But every day is New Year's Day. And if we consider that and say, you know what, if every day is New Year's Day, that means every day I can start a new habit. Now, whether that's eating right, or whether that's getting more sleep, or whether that's building right relationships, whatever that may be, it's so important to a minister, and to, especially for somebody that works with youth, is to develop healthy habits so that we can be examples to the kids that we serve. We want them to be able to see our healthy habits, right? Whether that's, like I said, in all kinds of areas that we want to have. So let me just read you a few quotes here that may spur a little bit of motivation for you, that you will go ahead and do this. The first quote is this. It says, "The people that you surround yourself with influence your behaviors, so choose friends who have healthy habits." How many of your friends, or the people that you associate with, don't have very good habits, whether they're Bible study habits or prayer habits, or we let the busyness of the day of people, telling us how we're going to do whatever we're going to do, and they basically run our schedule, right? And so a lot of times the people we hang out with don't encourage those habits that we so deeply desire. A deep prayer life, a deep life of meditating on Scripture, a great reading life. All these things that that we want to develop in our own lives, and really, like I said, every day is New Year's Day. We want to make that commitment, but we also have to be able to hang around with people who also share that kind of commitment, because if we're hanging around with the people who don't value those habits, well, then we're not going to develop very many good habits ourselves, I don't think. The second quote that I would give you is this, and it says, "Your net worth to the world is usually determined by what remains after your bad habits are subtracted from your good ones." So think about that for a moment, right? Let me read that again. It's Benjamin Franklin, by the way. It says, "Your net worth to the world is usually determined by what remains after your bad habits are subtracted from your good ones." And so in thinking of that, I want to think about developing as many good habits as I can, and being positive is a habit, right? Sometimes I used to be a person who wasn't very positive, that was very dour sometimes, and I just looked at things in a poor light. Sometimes just having a great positive attitude can be a good habit. But for these habits here, these are habits that we want to see in our kids, right? We want to see them reading Scripture as a habit. We want them praying to be a habit. We want them coming to youth group as being a habit, right? Being a part of fellowship and being a part of community. And so in thinking about this and thinking about all the things or habits that we want to have and the ones that we want our students to have, how can we best program good habits into our programming, right? Whether that's developing a habit of worship, a habit of reading scripture, a habit of prayer, and getting kids to get up and pray for the meeting instead of us doing all those things, right? But also for us, and let me put it in this kind of context. What could we do, me, you, everybody in this community, what could we do for 30 days? If we were to do our own 30-day challenge, kind of like this Veda challenge, but what could we do as youth pastors that would help us be accountable to one another, that we would do for 30 days, where we could build a habit together? And whether that's praying for one another, whether that is reading scripture together, whether that is posting a picture of ourselves with our Bibles, showing that, hey, I'm sitting down and reading my Bible right now. What would that do, for us? And what would that do for our kids if they knew we were involved in something like that? Because we'd have to post it, and we'd have to share it, and we'd have to do all those things so we could do it. We could do it on Instagram. We could do it anywhere. But anyway, that's kind of my thoughts for the day, is developing habits is so critically important. Your kids are going to have to develop them to be successful in school this semester coming up in the fall here. But also we're going to have to develop habits, both spiritual and otherwise, so that we can be successful in our jobs, in our ministry, in our relationships, and especially in our relationship with the Lord as we build a habit of knowing Him and being a part of what He has going on, right? So anyway, so thanks for joining me today for Meant to Be Monday today. If you are a regular, thank you so much. I hope that you'll leave me some comments down below about habits that you're trying to build right now, or habits you're struggling to build. Maybe you'll leave me a few ideas down there about what could we do for this 30-day challenge amongst youth pastors that would help us build healthy habits for our lives, but also to be an example to our students. So leave me some comments down below. I'd love to hear about that, what your ideas are. And then the second thing is, if you're a brand spanking new person, you just found me here, I would love to hear from you, and you can leave me a comment down below what you think of the show, what you think about all these videos that I create for you, if they're helpful for you. But also, don't forget to subscribe right there, that if you subscribe, you get videos like this in your inbox, right? Every Monday with Meant to Be Monday, and Tuesday with the Tuesday Panic. And soon to come, by the way, I am starting a podcast very soon. I'm going to be uploading episode 0, which is basically asking questions about what you guys would like in a podcast and what I think is important in a podcast. So you can find out some stuff about that. But anyway, thanks for joining me for Meant to Be Monday. I hope that you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys tomorrow on the Tuesday Panic. So I will see you later. Have a great day, everybody.